Alright, so we're going to take a look at a synthesizer called Thor. Thor is by far Reason's most advanced synthesizer, and it's the one that will allow you to pretty much get close to building your own synthesizer. You get to choose the components you want to use and put it together. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the control panel first. There's four different components of Thor. So the control panel is pretty similar to what you've seen on most of the other devices. Over here on the right, you see we have a couple of rotaries and a couple of buttons, similar to what we have in the combinator, and these are programmable. You can basically connect anything you'd like to those. Here we have what our triggers are, and trigger can either be from MIDI or from the built-in step sequencer, which we'll see in a few minutes. And then right here we have the keyboard modes, and then we have polyphony. They also include release polyphony, but for the most part I don't find that much very useful. It just determines how many notes will sustain when you release the keys and trigger new ones, but this generally has plenty of polyphony, so you don't really have to worry about that. But over here we have something called portamento, and we haven't really talked about that before. Portamento lets you basically slide into notes from one note to the other, and to make that work though you have to run out of polyphony. So I'm going to turn the polyphony down to 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the note, and you hear that there's not much going on here. Now if I turn polyphony on and I'll push this knob up, you'll hear how it slides into the note. You can get kind of silly about it. So okay. But generally down pretty low, it can actually have a nice make things a little bit more interesting that way. Okay, over here on the right also we have the pitch bend wheel. Right now the pitch bend wheel, if I goes up and down, and the range is set to 2. You can set it to whatever you like. I think when we initialize the patch it'll be actually on a fifth. Okay, fifth up or down. So this looks like a pretty basic synthesizer. Of course, here we can load patches and so on. But where it really gets exciting is when we click the Show Programmer button, and then we now get to see the actual synthesizer here. And we'll go take a look at that in a little bit more depth now.